Welcome back, ladies. Welcome to Sisterland Investors. For those that are new, my name is Elizabeth, and my sister Cindy couldn't be here with us today. This lady has been extremely beyond busy buying properties all over Texas, as well as selling properties all over Texas, and then also running her two daughters. So if you haven't heard the last episode about mompreneurs, tips and tricks that I myself use to try to keep my life sane. I don't know if I would call it sane. It's a little chaotic, but I love it that way. And if you have tips and tricks that's helped you as a business owner run your business and be a mom and have a family and all that, please share with us. This is a community for us to share, to grow together, to learn from each other. So please share. So yes, my sister's running around with her daughters. Her second daughter, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but I'm going to share it because I'm so proud. My other niece got selected also for the Mexico Select lacrosse team under 20. I hope I'm saying that right. Can someone, I don't know, can you double check? I don't know if I'm saying it correctly because I'm not a lacrosse guru, but yes, we're so proud. She'll be playing the end of May up northeast. So all the best to her. My sister's running around getting all those pictures ready, the social media for pictures for the social media of Lacrosse Mexico under 20. So we'll excuse her, and I will be answering a couple questions and putting my input on the other questions that we got for ladies that said. So we had a couple questions. What I did is combine them. A lot of people were asking, how do we get started in land investing? If we don't know anything, how do we get involved in this? So all those questions come to what I thought, and please clarify if I'm not doing it right. Again, all these questions come through Instagram, social media, and the reason I'm putting it over here is because we are live in Instagram, social media. So if you have a question, you're listening on Apple or Spotify or wherever you're listening, make sure you go to Instagram, follow us there, send us a DM. We try to answer as soon as we can with a quick little either vocal ourselves verbally responding or a quick little text. And the great questions, not to say that the other questions are not good. We probably haven't gotten to them yet. We try to answer them here. Because my thing is, if you had that question, there's probably 2 or 3 or 4 or more ladies having the same question. So with all that said, if you have a question, DM us. And again, it was 2 or 3 questions regarding how to get started in land investing. How can we become involved if we don't want to learn it, but we want to invest in land? So those are all great questions. If you want to invest in land investing or learn more about land investing, those are great questions. There's many courses out there. I'm saying many. There's a lot more now than when we started back in 2015, 2016. We took our course from Land Academy, but before I say this, we did take other courses out there that I and my husband feel that are not, well, at the time, maybe things have changed. So I'm just speaking from our experience. At the time, we're directing their students to like vacant lands out in the middle of nowhere. I don't think even lizards lived out there. Like it was, or armadillos, like it was really, really rural. Again, there is people that like that because they like to go hunting lizards or armadillos. So I'm not saying that there isn't, but the majority of the people like to be close to the city, restaurants, camp, glamping, water, septic tanks, all that. So we did listen to a lot. My husband signed up for a couple courses, I think from REI Tipster, South Williams. The one that I personally took was Land Academy. So kudos to Land Academy. I loved it. The reason that I loved it, and I'll tell you, because we bought the course, we did it, we got a return. And I'm not affiliated by no means. I'm not getting a percent by no means. but that's the one that I took. My husband took the other one, so we compared notes. Well, my husband took it too, and he then told me, take this course. You need to learn it. Yes. So again, from all the other courses back in 2015, 2016, we just found Land Academy to be more robust, more to the point. This is how you do it. I would recommend that. There's other courses for a lot less out there. Again, I don't know if you know and you're on YouTube, leave comments below. We like to know what other courses out there. There is a lot of land investor gurus that want to sell you their course. Again, I haven't taken those, so I can't speak for them. But I tell you what's worked for us. Now, if you don't have the money to take these courses, ladies, I would highly recommend to start with simple MLS. Yes, the MLS. Go on to HAR, Zillow. I say HAR because I'm from Houston. Sorry. Zillow, Redfin, all those. Realestate.com. I think it's another one. LandWatch, all those. And see what's out for sale, what's been there. This is how I train my kids. When they want an extra $500 or an extra $1,000, I have my girl and my nieces, they go onto these sites, they see what's been out there for a while. And I could do a whole course just on that. But very quickly, satellite overview, just go out and start calling and start looking and calling these people that have it that's been sitting for a while and make them an offer. Just make them an offer. 9 out of 10, they'll probably say no, but that one person that says yes, you take it and you run with it. I would love to hear from other land investors that have taken courses from other people to leave their courses, what they liked about them, the pros and their cons, leave them there. With all that said, I know I said a lot on where to go learn. My sister and I, we have taken one or two under our belt to teach one-on-one, but these ladies have done either one or two courses from someone else. I won't mention names because when they came to us, they weren't, not that they didn't know, they knew the ins and outs, but they needed handheld few little steps to take them to over the hump and close deals. So if you're one of those DMs, we're happy to sit down with you and teach you and get you to the finish line. Okay, so I'm just talking to people that are starting from scratch, that don't know anything. This is the first time they even heard about land investing. That was me back in 2015, which is sad because my home sits on dirt. My home sits on dirt and it goes up every so many years. Not so much the home. The home loses value, but the dirt keeps going up and up. So, yes. So there we are, back to zero. If you want to learn, you could try those courses, those people that I mentioned. If not, DM us. We're happy to walk you to the finish line if you know a little bit or more, but you just need extra little hand holding, which is fine. And then the other question that we got, I know I'm moving super fast, not super fast, but we do have kids to pick up after school. The other question that I wanted to roll in with this was, I don't want to learn. I believe in real estate. I believe in dirt, land, whatever, ranch, farm. I've been listening to this for a few months or years, but I don't want to get involved. But I do have the money. We do have a lot of people that have reached to us regarding that they're either dentists. Thank you to my dentist ladies. They're attorneys, they're doctors, they're other entrepreneurial business ladies and locally here in Houston, because they've heard me speak about it. They ask me questions and I've told them and they're like, okay, let's try it. The one thing that I will tell everyone that wants to lend their money and just have another source of investment, I need to drink water for this. I will tell you, ladies, make sure when you lend your money that you know, not that you have to personally know the investor, but that they have a track record. You don't want to give your money to someone that's just starting out, or maybe you do. I could go back and forth on this, and I have many reasons why I could go either or. So for this one, I'm going to say this example: give the money to someone that has a track record. Why? Because they've done a couple of deals, they've messed up, they've told you that, yeah, not all of them turn out to be great home runs or a great return of investment. If they could tell you that, that's a great thing, because you know they're telling you the truth. If they told you, oh no, all we do is get a great return, we've never made mistakes, then that's not a red flag, but it's kind of like, because I'll tell you right now, be very honest. I've bought land when I first started that was landlocked because I didn't do all my due diligence, which was survey. My sister and I will preach on that. Get a survey, even if it's like $1,000, get a survey, because 9 out of 10, that land, it has an issue. Why it's so low. On our case, it wasn't low. It was like up in the 20s, $20,000. We were just being greedy. We thought we were getting a great 3 acres for 20,000. And we're like, let's get the survey after, because if the person knows the person wasn't local, finds out that his acreage is not 0.5, it's 3 acres, he's going to want more. We were being greedy. That's honest. And so we learned our lesson quick. Who cares? Pay more, get the survey. And if it is 3 acres, pay him for the 3 acres, because you're still going to make money, Elizabeth, at the back end. That's what I tell myself now all the time. So mistakes will be done, things will be done, but try to always go through your list of what to do and what not to do. It's huge, ladies, because this is money. You're not talking about $50 or $100. You're talking about thousands of dollars. So you want to make your due diligence. We have a checklist. We go through it. It's basically already in our heads, but even then we still go through it. And even then I still have my husband check me. Sometimes I have my sister check me, but it's always to get checked twice, and don't do it in one day. Like sleep on it and go back the next day, check on it again, and then make the offer. So you want to invest with people that have done land investing, at least 3 or 4 little flips, so you can say, okay, they kind of know what they're doing. And still, on top of that, do not give your money. I've heard people that give their money to the investor, and this person, unclaimed investor, runs with their money and they don't see them again. You don't want to do that. With internet, it's so easy and quick to make connections, and you think, okay, they're reliable. Do not do that. When you give your money, even if it's $500 deposit or things of that nature, you don't send it to anyone's bank account. Ladies, make sure you hear this. If you hear anything, do not send it to anyone's bank account. You're going to send it to the title company. They have to be closing with title company, because this protects you and it protects the land. So if for whatever reason that investor disappears or run, not to say that they're all bad investors, there are great investors out there and they mean well, but for the 1 or 2 that have screwed up, close friends that I know, you want to make sure that you send your money, wire the money to the title company. Now, there is legal paperwork. There's legal paperwork that goes behind all this. The attorneys will draft off the paperwork as you, the investor, putting the money as first lien. You're the one responsible for the land. Not responsible, but it's yours. If anything goes sour, this land is yours. If this investor tries to sell it and I give you your portion, the title company, even if they go to a different title company, regardless, you're tied up to this land, and they can't just turn around and make cash without you getting a portion. So you have to protect yourself. You want to make sure that these investors look out for you. You're the one bringing the money. They should protect you. You're number one. Always remember that, okay? Number 2, is once they turn around and sell this land, you want to make sure all the paperwork legally with an attorney. And again, if you need attorneys, we have great attorneys that we work with here in Texas and in Florida. So you want to make sure that your attorney writes all the terms correct. Because there's some attorneys at title companies that will leave out certain things. You want to make sure you're protected. That's number one. Always protect your investor. Always protect your money investors. Why? Because we want to come back to you next week and say, hey, we have 2 more deals. Do you want to invest? We want to come back with you within a year. We want to protect you and give you a nice little return because we know that's going to get you hooked. Now, there's different investors, how they work, what their returns are, but I'll tell you they're anywhere up from 7% return up to 15, some 20%. It just depends on the property. It depends on the location. It depends on how much they're putting down. It varies. It varies. So there's not a flat say this is how it's going to work. It just varies. This is the beauty of you being an investor. If you're the one with the money asking this question, you have the control. Literally, you say, okay, this is what I want. This is how I want it. And this is the time frame. So you could give them a year or you could give them 5 years. I work with a lot that give me up to 3 years. So it's like, okay, return of investment, 20% in 3 years. So you know what you're going to get. My sister and I do it a little tiny different because we've been doing it for a long time. So we'll say to the investors that have worked with us in the past, so thank you. We'll say, okay, you know what you're going to get with us. We check everything off. We haven't messed it up for them, thank God. Like we messed it up for ourselves so many times. Like we screwed ourselves with our own money. Plenty of times that we've learned our lesson. That's why I'm saying look for people that have done this a couple times. Even if it's small little lots, ask them for the track record. They should have it. Let them come to you and say, this is what I've sold the last 3 years. This is what I purchased. This is what I sold. This is what I did. This is how I messed up. This is how I'm fixing it. Whatever it is, because you want to learn from both from them or from other investors. So make sure you surround yourself with people that are doing this. Land is so easy because there's not a home. The home is, not to say that it's hard. It's not hard. There's just more things involved. Like you have to change roofs, change the AC, fix this, fix that. With land, you don't. Some people that I've worked with will buy the land, develop it, like clear it out, put roads, put driveways, put septic, put water wells, put all this. So the people that have either mobile homes or want to build a barndominium or want to have a little weekend getaway, a beach house, whatever it is that they want to build, it's already set to go. So their returns are a little bit higher. For us, at the moment that we're recording this, we're just buying the land as is. We do probably send someone to go clear it out a little, not too much. We still want trees and bushes here and there, but clear it out a little. Make sure there's not too much trash on the property. And then once it's cleared out, we turn around and sell it. I haven't put water wells or septic tanks yet. Now, with that said, we have kept a couple pieces of properties that we want to lease out. So what do I mean by that? If we want to lease it out, you have to have water, electricity, septic, and all that. So with those, we were on the works with all that. But again, if you're interested, ladies, and this is something that you're like, wow, this is so fascinating. That's how I was at the beginning when I first heard about this. At first, I was like, no. I was completely no, because I've done homes all my life. So I was like, no, this is not going to work. This is crazy. No. And then I saw it because we tried it. We're like, okay, we're just going to use 5,000, send so many mailers and see what we get. We got so many and got a huge return that I was hooked. And I was like, okay, let's do it bigger and let's send out more. And that's how we got into this. And it's been so much fun. It's been fun because it's giving me the freedom to spend time with my kids. I keep saying that over and over. To me, the bottom line is my time with my children, the memories that I'm building. I think that's the biggest drive for me. Um, and I think every mom, every business person out there should have the same goal. Like, not let the business consume you. Do not let it. Like, you work it, but let it give you a nice return where you could spend quality time with your family, with your loved ones, build those memories. Because soon it'll go so fast. You're going to look back and you're like, God damn, I worked so hard and I have nothing to show. But if you have those pictures and those little video clips with your family, having fun and enjoying, I think it's all worth it at the end, because that's what it's about. It doesn't have to be something lavish or grand, which I love, but it doesn't have to be lavish and grand. It could be just going to the park after 5 o'clock, shutting everything off, going to the park, enjoying the time with your kids. Again, I have a whole video on mompreneurs, how to balance that out. If there is such thing as a balance, I go into my opinion on all that. But we do all this, ladies, at the end of it to spend time with our loved ones. So if you don't have kids, this is a great way for you to start preparing for children or a family. It's a great side hustle. And again, I'm stopping myself saying side hustle because it does take work. I'm not going to say it's, oh, you don't have to work. No, you do work. It's work. It's time. It's patience. You have to be a people person. You have to be talking to people. Unless you have a partner, like my husband is a little shy. He doesn't like to get on the phone. He doesn't like to be on this. He just likes to do the comps and do the research and make sure it's a good property. It's not underwater, which we sold swamps before. We actually called them swamps because they were in swamps. He does all the research on that, and I just make the calls, talk to the people, which I love to do. Get on here, talk to other people, educate them, network with beautiful business people like yourself, and grow together. And this is what I love about my job, that I get to meet beautiful people like you, business people, like-minded, and we grow together, we learn together, and we're here to help each other. And then at the same time, enjoy my family, enjoy my kiddos, and build beautiful memories. So I hope this answered all the questions that we got related to these two topics. I kind of put them into different little segments there, but I hope it helped you. Again, if you have a question or you have a comment or you want to learn, DM us on Sisterland Investors on Instagram. We will try to answer as quickly as we can. If we feel other people might have the same question, it will go on the podcast. So thank you for that. And ladies, I wish you all the best. We're getting ready for spring break. So on Instagram, you might see stories of us on spring break with my family and working, because we're going to see properties as well. We have a community that I'm meeting up with in Florida. For ladies out in Florida, make sure you DM us, because we're doing a quick little meetup with a lot of business like-minded ladies in Florida. So make sure you come out if you can. What else? Oh, so much going on for 2025, ladies. I wish you all the best. Thank you. And remember, life is a journey. Enjoy the little small moments. Don't take it so seriously. Have fun. Have fun. Enjoy your kids. Enjoy your work. And I'll see you in the next podcast. Love you. You take care. Ciao. Bye.